He accidentally hit the ceiling when he was drinking, and the falling crystal just broke the glass. I didn't realize how dangerous it was, but it's still on the glass. The heavy nail also began to fall off at this time. All this accident is just a coincidence. That's the coin that's enough to kill anyone. When you see him, please stay away, because he's about to make a surprise. Some of the details you don't care about. It might really kill you. The coin that didn't fall, it just stuck to the fan due to the huge pressure on the fan, and the coin will fly, accurate to break through the gas pipe on one side. The gas that leaked, even the ventilation pipe, floated into the hall where the party was held. It looks like it has nothing to do with it. It's slowly closing. Then a long-awaited accident happened. Tens of thousands of people fell from 1,000 meters above sea level. People seem to fall to the ground like crazy. Of course, it's such a height. There's only a pile of blood left. There are always some lucky ones. I thought I could live, even if he used his soul to try to survive. But Lord Yin wants you to die 3 times. How can I leave you to 5? The banquet hall was also completely in chaos. The crowd began to scatter, but one accidentally knocked over the pan. He lit himself up. A bigger crisis is coming. The woman who ran just lit up the leaking gas. The death coin flew out of it. The fire instantly swept the entire banquet hall. A woman is using her own body to protect her young son, but the explosion didn't destroy the entire banquet hall. Many survivors ran to the exit. Of course, those who know about the fire know that. The stairs are the safest way to go when a fire occurs. But the fact is, the wall of the stairs suddenly broke. Countless people fell from it. There are always some people who are tough enough to survive. But how long can he live? Since the stairs are the only choice, there are only elevators. But the people who escaped. But I didn't notice that the elevator was limited. Still keep going. It's all so familiar. Everyone's going to die. The whole building is going to come down. Are you serious? 接着，当艾丽看着小男孩准备扔硬币时，连忙跑去将其抢了回来。What the fuck is wrong with you? But the music in the hall made Ellie aware that danger was coming. Then he ran back to the hall to cover the pot. The cracks on the ground also began to intensify. So Ellie grabbed the microphone, notify everyone that the glass was about to shatter. He found that he had successfully saved hundreds of people. And all of this happened. It all appeared in the mind of another woman. It's obvious that it's not easy, because the person in her mind is not someone else. It was her grandmother, Ellie. Then Iris drove to her grandmother's house. When she saw her grandmother, Iris told him about her dream. It wasn't just your dream. It was my premonition. He told Iris that he saved everyone with his memory in his dream. So you stopped the disaster? Death doesn't like it when you fuck with his plans. So over the years, he came back and he killed everyone who was there that night. In order to avoid the death of the god of death, he also built this seemingly very dangerous base so that he was able to talk nonsense. Then Ellie took up a bookshelf on one side and a magnifying glass on the other side, which happened to be reflected by the reflection of the iron plate to the rope that was not far away. Ellie told her granddaughter that in these years, she predicted all kinds of death and wrote them down into a book. In order to be able to escape the death of the god of death with this book, her family could smell a burning smell and find that the reflected light was reflected on the rope. I see you fuck. After that, Ellie told her granddaughter that she was supposed to die, but she died unexpectedly and gave birth to a child. And to Iris, this generation is the second generation. Ellie just got to the door. I was pushed away by an old man. When the old man just stepped in, an accident happened. The elevator fell. The old man was pressed into a pile of mud. The silly Ellie knows. Can't sit still. So he hurried to the lobby, looking for other ways to survive. As the crowd ran to the end of the hall, the lobby began to bleed. Then the ceiling broke. Unexpectedly, the floor of the lobby also broke. People, because of the influence of gravity, it all fell on the glass. Fortunately, Ellie found it in time and ran to the unbroken platform with her own advantage. However, this woman was not so lucky. It fell directly on the glass. Of course, the glass is not broken for the time being. Pressing the camel is just a miracle. How should the empty piano fall? There's a swinging lantern on the top of the piano, and there's the coin that was blown away on the lantern. All the coincidences are this dead coin. When the coin stops spinning, the ending is also destined to be the end of the story, the ending of the story. Do you remember the little boy who escaped from the stairs? Yes, his death also came. Of course, the party hall at this time. The V already been under pressure and chose to fall. Ellie survived for the time being, and with him, and the little boy who was protected by his mother. But things are far from over. Ellie rushed out of the box. The little boy, the walls around him began to shatter, and Ellie, who had nowhere to escape, could only look down. The little boy, then the whole hall fell down. Fortunately, Ellie's wedding ring was stuck on the steel. She was 1,000 meters high, and no one could save her, and how long could she hold on to it? In despair, her fingers also grew. This also means that death has come. However, when Ellie fell, she was stabbed in the body with a steel. Everything seemed to be a dream in Ellie's mind. Then Ellie was accidentally hurt when she touched the rose, and the little boy in front of her was also persuaded to throw a coin.
When the dead god killed her, he would calculate all this. So he let his granddaughter stay and read this book. When he heard that he was staying here, Iris felt that his grandmother was probably crazy. He turned around and decided to leave. Don't you see? Death is coming for our family. Iris, who heard this, thought it might really be a dream. Iris still turned around and left, while her grandmother was like a balloon and let her take the book away. When Ellie was about to step out of the room, she found that the dead god had come. Everything around her had been designed well. She knew that the clip in the book was a death after she stepped out of the room. But she didn't hesitate because she had been living with cancer for a few years. So she tried her best to take the notes she had recorded in these years and send them to Iris. Only in this way did she have a chance to escape the killing of the dead god. She knew that Iris did not believe everything she said, so she planned to prove it with actual action. The wind blew by for a while, and the accident came.